Here's Dominic Listi, Cam Canarella, Tristan McClatty, the outfield, infield defense of Josh Pano, Andrew Chufo, Jaron Purify, Luke Gaffney, and the catcher Jacob Gerald today for the Clemson Tigers.
I couldn't see them.
I couldn't either.
We go at 11:02.
Yeah.
This is the Shriners Children College Showdown this time. This one is.
Yeah.
Tigers are Big 12 tournament champs.
One of the most highly anticipated days of the year, opening day of college baseball. Today, the season kicks off with the Shriners Children's College Showdown. 6 of the top programs in the country will be calling Arlington, Texas home over the next 3 days. And here to start us off is a matchup between a pair of top 25 programs as the Oklahoma State Cowboys face off against the Clemson Tigers. Good morning and welcome inside Globe Life Field alongside Ty Harrington. I'm Brent Freeman. Ty, happy opening day to you. And what a matchup we have to start things off between two of the premier conferences in college baseball, the Big 12 and the ACC.
Well, happy opening day to you as well. I was going through it this morning. I think this is 40-plus opening college baseball days for me, and they all are just unbelievable. Today is the same. 2 great teams, 2 great conferences, and what an unbelievable setting and place to open up college baseball for 25.
Speaking of 40-plus, both teams are winning over 40 games a year ago, to include the Oklahoma State Cowboys. As now we look at the batting order for Oklahoma State's head coach Josh Holliday. This batting lineup presented by Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere. Leading off for Oklahoma State, Braden Smith, followed by Jason Jones and Nolan Schubert. Aiden Miola, Colin Brigham, Donovan LaSalle, middle third of the order. Bottom third, the freshman Brock Thompson, the catcher Ian Doherty, and the shortstop Avery Ortiz. And they'll be facing off against one of the top pitchers in the country, freshman All-American a year ago, Aiden Canuck, who set a program record for strikeouts by a freshman, 108 a season ago.
I'll tell you what, they couldn't get him out there quick enough coming off of last year, and the numbers speak for themselves. How much has he improved, Brant, from a year ago to today when he puts his spikes on the dirt for the first time in 2025?
Looking at his defense behind him here this afternoon is starting in the outfield, Dominic Listy in left, Cam Canarella in center, Tristan McClatty in right, Josh Pano, Andrew Chufo left side of the infield, Jaron Purify, Lake Gaffney on the right side of the catcher is Jacob Jarrell for the Clemson Tigers. Opening day, always a lot of excitement and anticipation behind this one.
The opening day means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but when you've been involved in college baseball and you've worked so hard to get to this day, you're amped up, you're excited, you're anxious, you're focused. There's so many emotions running through it, and that first pitch is thrown, and everything just settles back in.
And the first pitch of the season is a strike right down the middle from Canuck, and it's 0-1 to Braden Smith. This Oklahoma State program coming off its 3rd straight 41 season, winning 42 games a year ago. As the count runs to 0-2, and the Cowboys hosted a regional for a 2nd straight year in Stillwater. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. Canuck strikes out Smith to start the season.
Well, I tell you what, right before Smith got in the box, Canuck was already locked in, had his spikes on the rubber, ready to go, focused on the catcher, and you see it, 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. Off-speed pitch looked like a slider, down and in, started in the strike zone, and I mean disappeared.
That brings up the Cowboys DH, Jason Jones, with nobody on and one away. First-year transfer from Arkansas. At the dish here for the Cowboys. 4 pitches, 4 strikes from Canuck. Jones, a couple of seasons at Arkansas, a 195 hitter. Takes that pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I tell you what, 5 pitches, they have been right around the strike zone as another strike comes in there. And you talking about command, focused on what he's trying to do, focus on all 2 of the pitches he's thrown so far.
Swing and a miss, got him swinging, 2 up and 2 down.
Well, you can see why there was so much anticipation, Brand, for him to get to the mound today. This time he comes back with a heater away, started out on the outer part of the plate, runs back in, but off the secondary pitch, the pitch before, and he wasn't able to catch up.
Now to the plate, Nolan Schubert. Two batters, 2 strikeouts for Canuck. Tigers have a shift on here against Schubert as he takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Nolan Schubert, 2nd team All-American a year ago, also named 2nd team All-Big 12. Led the Big 12 at homers, RBIs, on-base percentage, and slugging back in 2024. Swung on, high fly to right field. That ball is hooking foul, and just foul.
Well, I tell you what, he got a lot of it too. You're watching this ball, we're all kind of waiting for it to see if it's going to be foul or fair, because it was hit so high and so far. And it does just go right of the foul pole. We may have our very first review of the year of 25, and it's the 3rd hitter of the year.
Our crew today: Seth Buchminster, Matt Anderson, Casey Mouser, and Mark Hutchison. A Big 12 crew talking things over right now.
Well, from our angle up here, which is a pretty high angle, we're actually almost from where we are, Brant. We're level almost to where the ball landed. I got a chance to see it, and it looked like it kept hooking, but it hit in that second little level, hanging out over the stadium, and now they're going to go take a look at it. You can see that second level right up there. Baker and Lockett and great service right up there. It looked like it hit somewhere right in there and bounced back towards the stadium.
So our first review, as Ty said, comes 3 batters into the season.
Well, I can tell you what, this might be the first review, but there wasn't a review needed for the very first hitters. The way Canuck was throwing that baseball, I mean, again, just tremendous command of all 3 of his pitches. His fastball, you know, it's a mid-90s fastball, Brant. A tough, hard slider off of it, an upper 80, mid-80s slider. Great changeup command as well. But what he was able to do, you know, with Jason Jones was he went to that secondary pitch on the 3rd pitch to get it to 2 strikes, Brent, and then he comes back with that heater. And that thing was started out on the outer half of the plate and came rushing back across the plate. We're going to get our first review answer.
It's a foul ball.
Well, Schubert showed you how dangerous he could be with the height and the length of that foul ball.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, got him at 95. Aiden Canuck, 3 up, 3 down, 3 punch outs to start the season. And that'll do it for the Cowboys in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the inning. Clemson coming to bat for the first time here in 2025.
Possibility. At Shriners Children's, we deliver healing to kids with critical burn injuries, like game-changing advances in regenerative medicine and creating the highest standard of care. We never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs, proving time and again what's possible by empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field in Arlington as now we look at the Clemson batting order presented by Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere. Cam Canarella leaves things off for the Tigers, one of the top hitters in the country. Luke Gaffney bats second for Clemson, followed by Tristan McClatty. Middle third of the order, Jacob Gerald, Dominic Listy, and Josh Pano. Bottom third, for acting head coach Nick Schnabel, Tristan Buceta, Andrew Chufo, and Jaron Purify. And the starting pitcher for the Cowboys is Gabe Davis, getting the opening day start here for Oklahoma State.
I tell you what, you know, and listening to Coach Holliday during the pregame meetings that we all got to have, and what an unreal job the coaches do and our production group do as well. But I tell you what, the idea of him talking about they lost the majority of their pitching, the rotation from a year ago, they felt really comfortable and confident about the guys that were going out there, particularly Davis going out there today for them. You can see when you start drawing up what pitchers are supposed to look like in college and professional baseball, this young man is exactly what they look like.
Well, look at Cam Canarella for the Clemson Tigers. Preseason All-American. Impressive numbers a year ago, battling through an injury plague 2024. And the first pitch from Davis is a miss on a fastball at 93 for ball one. Swing and a miss. Another fastball there from Davis. See if it's a counted ball and a strike.
Well, I missed with the first one, Brant, but not the second one. He comes back at 95, outer half of the plate. Just trying to go ahead and establish his fastball.
Canarella, a career .363 hitter. Looked at strike two, fouls out one away. The count remains a ball and 2 strikes.
You saw the replay just a second before that last pitch. I mean, that's a 95, 96 mile an hour sinker. That's a two-seamer that's going to start above, you know, the strike zone and then sink down through the strike zone and below the barrel of the hitter's bats when it's done or executed.
Misses inside even the count. Clemson coming off its second straight 44-win season. That culminated with a super regional. A year ago, also won 20 games in the ACC for a second straight year. Going 20-10. Canarella goes around on the appeal down at third base to Mark Hutchinson.
Well, so far, 4 hitters in this opening of the season. We got 4 strikeouts. I'll tell you what, you guys showing what kind of pitchers and power that they possess. Well, that breaking ball starts. You saw the depth and the width of that breaker. Starts in the strike zone and then goes all the way back to Cantarella's back foot.
Nobody on, one away for Luke Gaffney. Batting second of the order here for Clemson today. Gaffney, the sophomore from Danville, Kentucky, a first-year transfer to this Clemson program from Purdue. He's ahead against Davis, 2-0. Preseason second-team All-American. After big numbers a year ago with the Boilermakers. Hit .359 as a freshman last year at Purdue. 13 homers in West Lafayette with 64 driven in.
Got himself into a pretty good count. He got into a plus count right there to hit in. Was looking for a heater and got it. Now just barely missed it. Was on time with it though. Was ready to hit it.
Swing and a miss. Fastball at 97 from Davis. It's 2-2. Players back from last year's team. For the Tigers, 17 lettermen lost, including all ACC infielder Blake Wright. As Gaffney takes a one-out walk, we have our first base runner of the game. A look at the defense for Oklahoma State. Donovan LaSalle, Braden Smith, Olin Schubert in the outfield. Aiden Miola, Avery Ortiz at third and short. Sat second and first. Brock Thompson and Colin Brigham. And the catcher Ian Doherty for Gabe Davis. After the one-out walk, that'll bring up Tristan McClatty for Clemson. In there for a strike on a sinker at 95.
I'll tell you what, Gaffney had a great at-bat. Had two pitches just on the edge. 2-2, 3-2 fastballs away were just off the edge. He took both of them. Both of them were balls, but tough pitches to take. Really and truly tough pitches to take when you're amped up like this. It's the first time in the box this year. I mean, you've had some inter-squad games and some other things, but you're in there and you're excited. You want to get your team going with a big hit. But you can also get them going with a big walk, and it was a great take and a great at bat.
Misses in tight and kind of evens the ball and a strike to McClatty. A .235 hitter in 15 games a year ago for Clemson. Almost got a piece of him that time.
Well, he was sure selling it like he did. That's what you're supposed to do. If it gets close to you and you know you do, try to sell it.
Snap throw back to first base, and Gaffney back in. The Tigers were 8th in the ACC stolen bases a year ago. On the ground, up the middle, charging in from second. Thompson throw to first is in time for the out.
Well, a good play. A ball running away from McClatty. Sit off the end of the bat over the top of Davis's head. When it first hit, I thought it might have a chance for a double play. And Thompson does a good job charging the ball. Takes it like he gets that nice, easy short hop. Nice throw. And I tell you what, now for the first time we get a look, we'll get a chance to go back and look. You'll see the green space, added addition to the base at first base for the runners. At first base now, trying to prevent the collision part of it. You see it right there. Now, the runner now can go to the inside and hit that green base, and that allows them some space between them and the first baseman. A lot of collisions have taken place at first base. I've lost players. Every coach has lost players with that play.
The batter now for the Tigers, Jacob Jarrell, co-captain of the team, earning that distinction for a second straight year. In the dirt, smothered by Doherty. And that'll keep Gaffney at second base. Solid numbers for Jarrell. 6 homers. 3 of those came in the postseason, including 2 in the ACC tournament. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Davis. And that's it for the Tigers in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits to the man left. We've played one. No score here at Globe Life Field on opening day.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Elevate your ballpark experience with a tour of Globe Life Field and experience the home of the Texas Rangers like never before. Go behind the scenes and explore premium spaces, unique club settings, luxury suites, and more. Along the way, you'll discover rich history, impressive architecture, and fun photo opportunities around every corner. Globe Life Field's many tour offerings are sure to take your ballpark visit to the next level. For more information and to book your experience, visit globelifefield.com.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field. No scores. We navigate to the top of the second inning. Aiden Canuck getting ready for his second inning of work. And what a first inning it was for him, Ty. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts.
I love this momentum from the get-go. He got up on the rubber before the hitter even got in the dirt, was locked in and was focused on what he was trying to do. And I tell you what, it was nothing but strikes and command in the first inning.
Again, an incredible freshman campaign a year ago. One of the best seasons by Tiger freshmen in program history. Over 100 strikeouts last season, 3 into his sophomore campaign. Leadoff man here in the second for the Cowboys. Aiden Miola takes a strike. Here's a high fly ball. Out towards foul territory and right sand just out of play.
You know, one of the interesting things about going to a ballpark like this is trying to discover what is it like, you know, what are the you know, out of the areas, right, out of the white lines, what does it look like, what's it built like, what are the nuances of the ballpark? And as an infielder, you've got to go find, as outfielders too, I mean, there's just so many different crevices to it. And that play right there, they'll remember that because it's the first time they've gone all out after a fly ball.
Swing and a miss, chases the high fastball. Another strikeout for Canuck and 1 away in the second.
And I think we've had one hitter get the ball in play for an out. He goes up, the elevated four-seamer fastball above the catcher's mask. Where they're trying to aim with that fastball in that situation, Brandon's right above the catcher's mask to try to get above the barrel for a swing and miss.
Colin Bergman takes a strike on a changeup from Canuck. Swing and a miss, strike, and it's 0-2. How about the ability by Canuck to change speeds? He's going from 95 to 77.
That's hard on those hitters.
Swing and a miss. Brigham goes down on strikes in the changeup. Another strikeout. That's 5 for Canuck.
And he comes back, change up to start the sequence. Then he goes heater, and he comes back with a change up again. That thing is just ducking and running away from the barrels.
5 up, 5 down, 5 Ks for Canuck as Donovan LaSalle digs in now for the Cowboys. LaSalle, the sophomore from Lake Charles, Louisiana. 17 games as a freshman a year ago for the Cowboys. Takes a strike in the inner half.
Complete command right now, Brant. Fastball's away, fastball's in.
Got him on the breaking ball. 6 up, 6 down, 6 strikeouts for Canuck. All the victims going down swinging. And that's it for the Cowboys in the top of the seconds. Aiden Canuck, what a start for Clemson. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here at Globe Life Field.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
There's an old saying, everything's bigger in Texas. Well, let's just say, IndyCar is about to go to a whole nother level. Get ready, Arlington. This is where history is made and champions are born.
And welcome back to our opening day coverage here on Flow College of the Shriners Children's College Showdown. 6 up, 6 down for Clemson starter Aiden Canuck with 6 strikeouts. A look at Oklahoma State head coach Josh Holliday. His starting pitcher Gabe Davis back on the mound. Had a couple of strikeouts of his own back in the first inning. Coming up in this half inning for Clemson, Dominic Listy, Josh Pano, and Tristan Becerra for a team that won 44 games a year ago.
You know, Brant, beginning of the year, your Friday starters are your projected best guy, right? And so it's not that I'm surprised that we've seen the strikes like we've seen them in the command and all that. I mean, that's what you expect out of Friday night guys, particularly out of these two type of programs, right? But my goodness, the extension side fastballs, their commands, both guys have been just really good.
Strike one to Listy, a first-year transfer to the Tigers for the Tigers from Indiana State. That's grounded foul for strike two. Listy's second team all conference last year as a Sycamore, hit .324, drove in 31. Fights that one off and stays alive.
Well, he did just fight that off. He caught that one just above his thumbnails, trying to fight it off to keep his at-bat alive. A good job of doing just that. See him coming off the knob of the bat a little bit, choked up.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is on for the Tigers here in the second.
Well, there you go. You get the benefit of fighting the pitch before off, right? Getting in a battle with him, choking up, just trying to get the ball in play. And then what does it do? He gets right in there and catches one right off the right thigh. You see he's pretty excited about it, which would be opposite of how I would feel with a 95 hitting me right in the thigh. But he's on base and got something started here in the second.
Now Josh Pano, a .296 hitter last year for Clemson. Big lead off first base for Listy. Able to dive back in ahead of the throw from Doherty. The Clemson Tigers, the reigning ACC regular season champs, picked to finish 4th in the conference this year. Another throw over to first base, and Listy dives back in.
Yeah, you know, and he kind of put on a fake steal, did put on a fake steal on the first pitch to try to create a little bit of, hey, I might be running, see what the coverage was, whether second baseman, shortstop, or covering, a lot of different information out of a fake steal.
Swung on, fly ball to right, headed towards the foul line, drifting over, and Schubert can't quite make the catch.
Well, he was in position, and again, this goes back to the nuances of the field. He was playing short, shallow right field, got over to it, just off the edge of his glove, Brant. I think if you gave him another chance at it, he would catch it the second time.
Davis trying to shorten that lead of Listy over at first base. Catches the strike zone for strike 2. Here's a factoid for you. Clemson has played the game for 127 years. This is their first game ever inside a big league ballpark.
Well, I would never. I would have lost that on trivia. I would have lost a lot on that. I mean, you look at the successes they've had, right? And people want them to come play at their place. I mean, obviously, like here at Globe Life, and you would have thought maybe they, would have gone to some other major league ballparks. Again, I would have missed that one 100%.
In fact, this game today marks the first time Clemson has played outside the Eastern time zone since 2005. Full count to Pano. Bisetto waits on deck. Runner goes, and he'll head back to first base on a foul ball.
Yeah, let's start the game up, right? Let's get the game moving. Let's get some action in the infield. 3-2, trying to stay out of a double play. Start your runner up with nobody out. Putting a lot of trust in Pano that he can handle the bat and that he can handle the strike zone, because what you don't want to do is swinging the ball out of the strike zone, which would have been ball 4, and then you may have a possible strikeout throw out.
Runner goes again. Pano fouls off another pitch.
You do it once, you do it twice, that means that you truly do have faith in this hitter and the runner, that they have the abilities to execute. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, because you got a guy out there still throwing 96, 97 miles an hour and has breaker command. So I'm anxious to see if he changes up now and goes to his breaker here.
Davis is 3-2. Fouled off once more.
Oh, as a pitcher, it gets harder and harder on you. Each time, you think, I've thrown 3 straight strikes and he's fouled them off. The runner's going. It's been fastballs. Now to be anxious to see again. We just talked about, does he go to a breaker, something different? But you got to keep throwing strikes in there. You can't give in on the mound.
That slicing foul. Again, this is game 1 of the day. Coming up, game 2, Arizona, Ole Miss, the nightcap, Louisville and Texas. What a field there is here at Globe Life Field in Arlington.
It's unreal. I mean, when we found out we were coming here and the teams that were in it, I was ready to go then. And this has been a month or so ago, right? And I was ready to get here immediately just because of the competition and this atmosphere and this ballpark.
A walk. Second walk given up by Davis. Another free ticket for the Tigers in the second. A hit batter and a walk puts 2 on with nobody out. And look at Josh Pano after battling against Gabe Davis. A hard-earned walk for him.
I know it is. It is. He fouled off 4 heaters to stay in that count, right? To stay alive until finally he got Davis to make the mistake and pull the ball out of the strike zone. Now you're sitting first and second, nobody out. That was one of those at-bats. Normally happens in about the 5th, 7th inning, right? You know, later on in the game. Oh, no, it happens right here in the 2nd inning. 2 guys really competing early in this game.
Impressive first at-bat as a Clemson Tiger for Pano. Brings up Bissetta, the DH. And ahead against Davis, a ball with 0 strikes. Bissetta won the team's most improved player award a year ago, hitting .298, driving in 34. And Bissetta is ahead against Davis 2-0. Was named to the all-regional team last year, hitting a walk-off single in the 9th inning to beat High Point. Swung on, fly ball towards shallow left. Donovan LaSalle secures it for the inning's first out.
Well, Bissetta got into a really good hit and count. He had 2-0 count, runners in scoring position, knowing that Davis has got to come back in the strike zone right there, Brant. Davis executes a great pitch, fastball away, got a fly ball to left field. One of the quickest ways to kind of slow an inning down for a pitcher and a defense is get a fly ball in the outfield. Everybody kind of catches their breath, you know, run over, catch it, catch your breath, and get ready for the next guy.
The next guy is Andrew Chufo. 2 on, 1 away. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 1.
And the emotion of it, Brent, is you get the fly ball out, right? You've had a hit batsman, a walk, created tension, you get the fly ball out. Now you know as a pitcher, you're 1 pitch away maybe getting out of this inning with a double play.
That rolls up the third base line. Both runners stay put.
Tell you what, Doherty did a good job keeping that ball in front. Hard on those runners out there, Brent. That ball got far enough away. Historically, they've been able to advance a base, but it's out in front of them. They can't really see how far the distance is between him and the ball.
Good breaking ball from Davis from strike 2. Chufo, the batter, about 10 months removed from a season-ending knee injury suffered this past April against Notre Dame. Grounds out 1 towards third. Miola has 1 play, and it is not made. Chufo beats it out to load the bases.
I'll tell you what, great hustle coming out of the box. Kind of a swinging as he's going through the ball. Tough play for him to come up and make that play for Miola to come a long ways on that high hop. You see now the green base coming as he goes to the outside, steps on it. Well, I tell you what, that was bang, bang right there for sure, but he was able to beat it out. Now you got the bases loaded. Instead of 2 outs and just running on second, third, you got 1 out now. And a fly ball to the outfield. A lot of different ways to score runs here for Clemson.
And the top of the order looming on deck as well. Cantarella's on deck. The batter here, Jaron Purify. Strike 1 from Davis.
These are those moments as the infielder and the pitcher, you got to keep reminding yourself, with all that's going on and taking place, you're still a pitch away maybe from getting a fly ball or a ground ball, maybe a double play. Corners are up tight.
That rolls away from Doherty, but all the runners stay put.
Now your corner infielders, Brant, are going to play this one of two ways. The third baseman, if the ball's hit to his left glove side, he'll go to second base if it's hit hard. If it's hit soft or average, he'll immediately go to the plate. Anything back towards the bag, he'll either try to touch the bag or go to the plate to try to prevent the run from scoring.
Catches inside part of the plate. Effective breaking ball there from Davis for strike 2.
Like a backup breaker. I mean, at first when I saw it, I thought it was a changeup. The board was saying it was a breaker, but it's 83 miles an hour, and it just kind of went straight down, almost like a backup breaker.
Listy at third, Pano at second, Chufo at first base. Clemson looking to strike first. That has grounded sharply to Miola. Throw to home for the force. Back to first for the double play. How about that? A 5-2-3 twin killing for the Cowboys.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to have some type of review here. I'm not sure what they're going to go talk about now. But it was a great ground ball double play.
We played 2, still no score here in Arlington.
Bowman Engineering and Consulting and their dedicated Amagi business banker worked together to put the us in business banking, which included the occasional lunch meeting. Now it's your turn with your own dedicated Amagi business banker with banking experience in your industry, because you're more than a customer. We're more than a bank, and together we'll help put your business on solid financial footing with comprehensive financing options, earned interest on your accounts, and yes, planning sessions whenever you need them. Here we collaborate. Here you grow.
Arlington, the Renegades are going full throttle this spring when the UFL returns.
What a catch!
Get ready for more action-packed football and unforgettable experiences at Choctaw Stadium.
That is something special right there.
Renegades, mount up and get your tickets today.
And welcome back to Arlington. So they are ruling that Dominic Listy was safe at home. The run did score, though out at first base was in time. The inning continues, and the Tigers are on the board 1-0. Cam Canarella batting for his second time. And so the Cowboys thought they had a force play at home, but Listy rules safe. It is 1-0 Tigers.
Everybody thought he was out, including us. Everybody thought he was out, and what they're saying is he's separated his foot from home plate on the force play on the throw, but they did get to out at first base, but the run did score, and we'll get a chance to review it here in just a little bit. But again, it kind of caught everybody off guard. What looked like and seemed like was a tremendous ending double play.
Instead, purifying the fielder's choice. And here's a look at it again. Here's a look at home plate. And they're saying Doherty's foot just off the dish.
Well, he was standing right there. The home plate umpires, look, hey, he is standing with the replay again. He is right on top of it. He's looking at it. Now, what we can't, it's hard to tell because is there separation between his spikes and the plate as he starts to move forward? Golly, that is some kind of close.
And a strikeout of Canarella goes down looking and strikes out for a second time. Third strikeout for Gabe Davis, but the Tigers have struck first on top 1-0 as we head to the third here in Arlington.
Bowman Engineering and Consulting and their dedicated Amagi business banker worked together to put the us in business banking, which included the occasional lunch meeting. Now it's your turn with your own dedicated Amagi business banker with banking experience in your industry, because you're more than a customer, we're more than a bank, and together we'll help put your business on solid financial footing. With comprehensive financing options, earned interest on your accounts, and yes, planning sessions whenever you need them. Here we collaborate. Here you grow.
Arlington, the Renegades are going full throttle this spring when the UFL returns.
What a catch!
Get ready for more action-packed football and unforgettable experiences at Choctaw Stadium.
That is something special right there.
Renegades, mount up and get your tickets today.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field. 1-0 Clemson on top. An RBI fielder's choice for Jaron Purifies, giving the Tigers the early lead. And back out on the mound for Clemson, Aiden Kanak, who's gone 6 up, 6 down with 6 strikeouts.
Well, that's easy to talk about, right? And fun to talk about. But if you're an Oklahoma State hitter, I mean, you've seen 6 of your teammates go down on strikeouts swinging. But you get a really good glimpse, if you're Oklahoma State hitters, what it does look like from the side. And what it has been, it's been extension side fastball command, tremendous command of his changeup. And what he's done, about every 2 hitters, he'll lead them off with a changeup instead of his fastball, just to show you that, hey, if you're going to go out there and try to ambush a first pitch fastball, you better be looking out, because I got a changeup to back it up.
And now we're joined by Clemson acting head coach Nick Schnabel. And coach, we were just talking about the start for Aiden Kanak. What have you seen from him so far, 2 innings in?
Yeah, he's a good one. I mean, fastball command, multiple pitches for strikes, and he's throwing the ball well.
I tell you what, Coach, it makes coaching a little bit easier when you got a guy out there on the mound like this with that kind of command, does it not?
It sure does. It sure does. And Aiden, just a tremendous preparer, worker, and yeah, we're glad he's a Tiger.
Coach, here we are on opening day. What excites you the most about this team as you embark on a new season?
Yeah, it's just been a great group to be around. Hardworking. They bring their lunch pails every day, and just excited to watch them compete today.
Coach, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck the rest of the game.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Here's a fly ball hit out towards center field. Canarella on the run, tracks it down. A leaping catch made of the warning track. Thompson flies out to deep center to start the 3rd.
And I tell you what, he breaks open, opens up. Canarella does to go get this, outruns it, and at the very end has to jump up and turn his shoulders to catch this ball. Watch him turn his left shoulder back to catch it over his left shoulder. It still makes a great catch.
The first out of the field in this game for Clemson. Now to the dish, Ian Doherty. First pitch in there for a strike. Doherty, of course, was a part of the play that was not made. And that force out at home. Doherty's foot off of home plate. As a result, the run scored, giving Clemson this 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss on the changeup. The count's 1-2.
He's throwing 4 changeups, right? I mean, just at will where he's trying to throw them. It's 9 to 10 mile an hour off his fastball. Everything looks the same.
Got him looking. Changeup again. First time a Cowboy's gone down with a bat at his shoulder. 2 outs here in the 3rd. 8 up and 8 down for Aiden Kanak.
And Brand, here's the next pitch, the last changeup, right? The changeup before was 82. He goes backs it off to 77 just to take a little bit more off of it and still command it.
Now the 9-hole hitter Avery Ortiz here for Oklahoma State.
it's almost like you're watching Greg Maddux pitch. I mean, for guys my age, I'm a little bit older than you, maybe. But the idea that it is, I mean, that ball is, his fastball runs, it's 90, 91. It's a barrage of off-speed pitches that he even changes speeds on his off-speed pitch. So you don't get the same look on his breaker. You get a different velo, you get different break, and then his changeup, he goes a harder changeup, a softer changeup. It just continues to show you so many different looks to disrupt your timing and your barrel as a hitter.
The 0-2 from Canuck. And Ortiz just got a piece. Amy Ortiz, sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, had a big game here in the Big 12 tournament this past season as he checks his swing on the 0-2. Had 3 hits, including a pair of doubles, a couple of runs batted in, 3 runs scored, and a win over UCF. As the Cowboys wound up winning the Big 12 tournament title here a year ago.
What a great take. I don't know how you take that. That's throws you a change up the pitch before he goes fastball way right. I mean, just off the edge of the black of the plate.
Top of the order looming on deck for the Cowboys. Still looking for the first base runner of the game. Canuck hunting for his 8th strikeout. Gap fills to Ortiz, 3-2. Swung on towards left. Listy going back. He looks. It's gone. Ortiz ties the game with a solo homer against Aiden Canuck.
Brent, he gets it because he took the 2-2 fastball away off the edge to gain another pitch. Canuck goes to the changeup, runs back into the middle. You can see he's kind of gets out in front, sits back on his back leg, gets underneath the baseball, leverages that barrel out front, and gets every piece of this ball to drive it out of the ballpark.
The Cowboys were 9th in the country a year ago in home runs, blasting 118. That's their first of 2025. As Braden Smith takes his first pitch for ball 1.
Well, he went to the changeup, right? And in some situations, when you go to a changeup in a 3-2 count, if you catch a hitter looking for it, you can speed his barrel up, and he did. He sped that barrel up just enough. He was able to leverage it out and hit the ball out of the park.
The 118 homers the Cowboys hit a year ago, their most since 1999. It led the Big 12. That's fouled away for strike 2. The Cowboys have hit over 100 home runs in back-to-back seasons.
I'll tell you what, if you've not been to their ballpark or seen their ballpark, it is a beautiful, Oklahoma State is, and Clemson too, but it is a beautiful ballpark that they built.
O'Brate Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Well, the Cowboys hosted a regional this past year.
The on deck guy was flipping the ball back to the umpire, and he wasn't ready for it. It caught him on the side of the mask, and the hitter was like, "It's my bad, it's my bad, I'm sorry."
Braden Smith getting the honors of the leadoff spot for the Cowboys here today. The first-year transfer out of Iowa Western Community College. Career .402 hitter in JUCO. Ready for the 2-2 and fouls off another pitch.
It does look like a backwards K in his glove and the webbing for strikeout.
He's got 7 of them in this game.
Last 2 hitters gone 3-2. Couple foul balls. Got the count deep. Curious now, what does he go back to now? 3-2. Last time he went to a changeup, they hit the homer. Ortiz did.
That's a miss. Smith is on with a 2-out walk. First walk of it up by Canuck. That was a tremendous at-bat by Braden Smith.
It was, and we're going to see the coach come out and visit with Canuck just to slow him down, let him catch his breath. Now, look, if you've never pitched before, it's exercise. I mean, it's like getting out and jogging. Right in the middle of your jogging, you start doing a throwing motion. I mean, it gets to your respiratory a little bit. You got to be in good shape, but it'll start to tire you down. So what the coach will do is he'll go out, slow him down, let him catch his breath, take a couple deep breaths, but then also talk to him about, hey, look, let's do this. This is how we're going to attack this hitter. And he keeps reminding him, hey, look, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Keep your focus. Stay after it. You're still throwing the ball good.
Just got a mound visit from Jimmy Bellinger, the pitching coach for the Tigers, now in his 3rd season for head coach Eric Bakich. Clemson's pitching staff finished top 3 in the ACC and team ERA a year ago. So Jimmy Bellinger's done a really good job with his staff with Canuck. Big numbers a year ago as a freshman. Gives up his first walk of the game. Not many of those a year ago as Jason Jones steps in facing Canuck for a 2nd time. Fouls it off for strike 1.
Each at bat as a hitter, you start to gain information. If you go up there and you see enough pitches, if you see more than 3 pitches, you start to gain information about what his fastball look, what his changeup looks like. And you start to put that back into your mind. You see a hitter away from him. You start to, put that back in your mind, Brant. Now, you've seen it once, so you know how it shapes up. You know what it starts to look like. The more information you can get as a hitter, the good ones take that information and they apply it to their next at bat.
That's out of play. Batter here, Jason Jones from Savannah, Texas, was the #1 overall prospect in the state. Coming out of high school, the #2 ranked shortstop of the country. And out his first year in Stillwater, transferring from Arkansas. The 0-2. That ball is a hit towards right. It's down for a base hit. Big turn from second base. On his way to 3rd is Smith. 3 straight of reach for the Cowboys and 2 outs against Aiden Canuck.
I'll tell you what, that is a tremendous at-bat and a tremendous 2-strike at-bat. Taking what he gives you, a slider away, stays on it, goes with it, goes right through the 4-hole with it for a base hit. Runner at first base doesn't hesitate, goes immediately all the way to 3rd base. Now you're sitting 1st and 3rd with 2 outs.
There have been some great 2-out, 2-strike.
2-strike, absolutely.
At-bats here by the Cowboys.
Well, you better know it.
Nolan Schubert just missed a homer against Canuck back in the 1st. Swings the first pitch and fouls it away for strike 1.
I'll tell you what, they've driven up his pitch count now too. I mean, not only this inning considerable, but overall, they've got his pitch count up now that they may be, if they continue on, to get him out of the game sooner. I mean, because that comes into play early in the year, right? I mean, they're holding these guys around 60, to 70 pitches. And, Coach Baskett was talking about, hey, we're not gonna overdo them. We're gonna leave them around 60, 70 some odd pitches. And so, heck, this is a huge accomplishment, even if they got out of this at this point, to drive his pitch count up.
The 0-2, that's to right field, and another base hit down the line. Drives home a run. Smith is in. Routing third. Jones to the plate. He's going to score. And on his way to third goes Nolan Schubert. It's 3-1 Oklahoma State.
Now, Brent, we were just talking about, you brought it up, and you're dead on again. Third straight one with 2 strikes. If they're able to hang in there and execute with 2 strikes, watch him. He gets out in front of it, catches it off the end, hooks it right down the line. I mean, just inside. Look how close that was to being a foul ball, but right there, just inside the line. Base hit, 2-out hitting, 2-strike hitting. You got a 2-out rally by the Cowboys.
A double for Schubert, advancing to third on the error by McClatty and Rice. All the damage for Oklahoma State in the third inning, coming with 2 outs, as Aiden Miola is at the plate now for Oklahoma State. You mentioned the pitch count. It was at 22 pitches through 2 innings for Canuck. How about that? 6 strikeouts, 22 pitches to do it. He has thrown over 30 pitches in this inning.
Yep. I mean, they keep building it up, and let's play reverse here. It was a 3-2 pitch, or 2-2 pitch that Ortiz took that was just off the edge, and he got the homer, and then now here we are, 3 hits later.
In there for a strike, 2-1. Second time to the order has proved to be challenging for Canuck, as he misses the corner there to run the count to 3-1.
So hard to take that fastball away. It's a great take. Third, I think, 3-2 pitch this inning. That's a changeup right there. Got him out. He was looking for a heater, something to ambush and jump on. Went to a changeup. Third 3-2 pitch now, Brant. He's gone to changeups and he's gone to fastball. See what he does here.
Able to pop up Miola in the infield. Purify is there to end the inning, but what a 2-out rally by Oklahoma State. It all started with a homer by Avery Ortiz, going deep for the Cowboys. 118 homers a year ago for this club. That's their first of 2025. And the Cowboys lead the Tigers 3-1.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Naylor Industries and their dedicated Amegy business banker work together to put the us in business banking, focusing on their business needs with lightning speed. Now it's your turn with your own dedicated Amegy business banker with banking experience in your industry. Because you're more than a customer, we're more than a bank, and together we'll help put your business on solid financial footing with comprehensive financing options, earned interest on your accounts, and yes, a banking partner who is just as invested in your growth as you are. Here we collaborate. Here you grow.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field here in Arlington. Cowboys on top of the Tigers 3-1. Now time for our coaches interview presented by Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere. We are joined by Cowboys head coach Josh Holliday. Big two-out rally for you, Coach, in the top of this inning. Let's start with the home run from Avery Ortiz. What did you see in that at-bat?
That was the first at bat. We've been able to kind of get competitive with this young man. He was mixing pitches awfully well first time through the order. And Brock started it off with a line drive to begin the inning, so we got some good contact. And then just a good old-fashioned two-strike battle. And Avery stayed through a pitch and kind of got us going a little bit. And then from there, more good quality at bats, getting deep in the count, some two-strike hitting.
Josh, you got to love the two-strike hitting right there against a guy who has just been so good all year, last year, and then the beginning of this game. And you guys get in there and continue to battle with him. Talk to me a little bit now about your pitcher's performance, Davis, so far, and what's your thoughts about it?
Well, he's handling himself well. Obviously, you can see he's a big hoss. He's got a great arm. And I thought he pitched beautifully through that traffic there in the second inning. Obviously, a tough play at home plate there. You guys had a better look at it than I did, but he still kept his composure and limited him to one run, which obviously is huge this time of the game.
Coach, what do you like most about your team as you embark on a new season?
No, everything. The potential, the fascination with how they handle things, and just all the things we have to look forward to.
Coach, thank you so much, and best of luck the rest of the game.
Okay, thank you.
Gabe Davis, third inning of work for the Cowboys. Able to retire Luke Gaffney to fly ball to center. Now facing Tristan McClatty with one out in the third. What a job Josh Holliday has done with this program. 13th season at Oklahoma State, over 440 wins in his career.
He is good. I mean, that's obviously one of the biggest college baseball families. Yeah, it was a swing miss, Brent, and it hit him on the foot, which at that point you're out. Now, if he wouldn't have hit his foot and it gets away at that point, then he has a chance to go to first base. But he swing miss, hits him on the foot, which kills the ball. It kills the play, and he's out at home plate. We'll get another look at it right here. Swing, caught him right on the top of the foot.
And that's good for the fourth strikeout for Davis today.
Yeah, going back to the job that Coach Holliday's done. I mean, look, it's a traditional baseball program. They've been to Omaha many times, you know, in the tradition of going back to Gary Ward, going back to Coach Holliday's dad, Tom Holliday. They are what, you know, when you think of Oklahoma State baseball, that's who you think about, is the Holliday family and Gary Ward and people. And I mean, it's just traditional, great as you see a base hit in between a shortstop and a second baseman, but they embody what it means when you start to think, in my era, and now, and even now, what it means to be Oklahoma State Cowboy baseball.
Base hit for Jacob Jarrell. He's off for the first time today. That's good for the Tigers, rather. Second hit of the day. Now Dominic Listy, who scored Clemson's lone run back in the second.
You remember when we were going through the coaches' interviews last week, Coach Holliday talked about, one of the first things out of his mouth said, elite lineup, elite hitters. And to qualify yourself, and not a lot of time between here and the end of the season, and even this game and the next game and this weekend, but to qualify yourself as an elite hitter, you got to be able to hit with two strikes. and you got to be able to extend 2 out, innings, and that's exactly what they just did. Off of arguably one of the best pitchers in the country.
Ortiz a home run, Smith a 2-out walk, and the back-to-back base hits by Jason Jones and Nolan Schubert. As now Ian Doherty, the catcher, will go out and visit with Gabe Davis, as he's fallen behind Listy 2-0.
Those catchers know. They just know. The good ones, they just know. They like, I got to go out and talk to him. He's doing, whether it's physical, emotional, whether it's the plan, whether it's, whatever. But those guys are so, when the good ones are so good at getting out there and knowing what button to push or what reminder they got to give their pitcher.
There's a strike on a fastball at 94 from Davis. Runs the count to 2-1. That's fouled away for strike 2.
After the way this game started, with the strikeouts and the pitching of the first 6 outs and how that was going, I didn't think we'd get to 4 runs in the 3rd inning.
You referenced pitch counts earlier for Davis. He's over 60 now.
I mean, it's good. Both arms have been nothing but really good, right? There's been a lot of foul balls. There's been a lot of fighting off with 2 strikes. I mean, it starts to talk to you about these hitters and how quality they are.
Early in the inning, we had a chance to visit with Cowboys head coach Josh Holliday. Something really unique about the entire coaching staff. Rob Walden, Mark Ginther, Victor Romero. They all played at Oklahoma State.
I played against Ventura and Rob.
3-2 pitch, got him looking, strike 3, second strikeout of the inning for Gabe Davis, and his 5th of the day. And that'll do it for Clemson in the 3rd. We head to the 4th inning, 3-1 Oklahoma State on top.
Protecting what matters most is the mission that matters most. At Lockheed Martin, we know today's threats come from behind, above, and below, and we make sure those who serve stay ahead of them by connecting platforms necessary to dominate every domain across air, land, sea, space, and cyber, using technologies that protect in the same moment they detect. The mission is a safer, more secure world. Our promise is to help make it happen.
Sometimes you just need a little wonderful in your life. So why not go to a place made for it? Arlington, Texas. It's a city made for fun and excitement and all the things you love to do. And even some things you didn't know you loved until you came here and found them. Come see for yourself why Arlington is a world of wonderful.
Everything you thought you knew is brand new. We on a new wave. See, when the game changes, so do we. Every day, every play. Always been greater than 12, now standing 16 strong. In every end zone, any time zone. When everyone else keeps asking, what's next? We know we are.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field here in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Texas Rangers. A great setting to open up college baseball here in 2025. Oklahoma State on top 3-1. The Cowboys a season ago winning 42 games, going 42-19, Finished second in the Big 12, but won the Big 12 tournament right here in Arlington at Globe Life Field. 6 returning positional players for the Cowboys this season. And one of those returners, Colin Briggerman, leads off the 4th here for OSU. That ball is headed towards left field. Listy going back. He'll track it down short of the wall. Briggerman with a long out to start the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, long, hard hit out. I'll tell you what, Briggerman does a nice job of getting on this ball away from him, staying out there and driving it, showing everybody the type of off-field abilities he has and power.
Some of the key losses for the Cowboys a year ago include the hitting duo of Carson Binge and Zach Earhart. Those two combined for 32 homers and drove into more than 120. And the top 2 weekend starters, Brian Holiday and Sam Garcia, also gone for the Cowboys this year. That ball driven deep to left. Donovan LaSalle goes yard. Second home run of the day for the Cowboys. They're on top 4-1.
I'll tell you what, they've landed on 4 out of the last 5 swings that they put in play. They have landed on these baseballs, and he absolutely gets after a 4-seamer, gets to the middle of it, and just drives it out of the ballpark. Listy didn't even hardly turn and run. He knew it was gone as well.
Look back at the homer from Donovan LaSalle, and he did not miss. Knew it right off his bat.
I think everybody in the ballpark knew it. Oh yeah, that's that hit it, shuffle your right foot out in front of it. Something I never experienced as a player, but these really good hitters with power do, and be able to flip their bat over.
That ball's going to land fair for Brock Thompson. On his way to second base, he's in with a double.
Yeah, that's got the bullpen going now for Clemson. I won because of the pitch count, but we're going to get another look at the ball hit down the line. I mean, again, both left-handed hitters this inning have gone the other way with pitches away. That ball is driven down the line just inside the fair white line for a double. Oklahoma State showing you their pull side power with 2 homers and opposite field abilities to hit the ball the other way.
Brings up Ian Doherty. Swung on to right field. McClatty able to track it down. Thompson's is going to attack from second to third. A productive out for Doherty. And now 2 outs in the inning.
I'll tell you what, Brent, that's another loud out. We've had that ball's hit the other way as well. He gets in behind it, drives it to right field. But a good at bat and a loud out.
Here's Xavier Ortiz, homered off of Canuck back in the 3rd inning. Fly ball headed out towards right. McClatty is there, and that's going to end the inning. The Cowboys go deep again. Donovan LaSalle tees off of Aiden Canuck and increases the Cowboys' lead to 4-1. The Cowboys dugout loving it here in Arlington. Oklahoma State on top of the Tigers by 3.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility. and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Record-breaking global superstar, Shakira. Live in Arlington. Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour. Globe Life Field, June 11th. The phenomenal new album Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran is available everywhere now. Get tickets now at Shakira.com.
Yeah, winning a policy. Thank God for it all, it's a prophecy. Lot of pressure, I am a prodigy. Everybody inside of the stadium tell me they proud of me. Shot in public, training privately. Homer, straight to the balcony. Building muscle, I never can bother me. Texas Rangers together, we by the team. Go man, this is the dog in me. Still a game on the road, it's a robbery. Stand on base, going strong, no apology. Corey Seager might give it to Rock. Like I see it, the strength in my arm.
And welcome back to Globe Life Field in Arlington. 4-1 Oklahoma State on top of the Clemson Tigers a season ago. Clemson going 44-16, winning the ACC regular season title. And wound up going to the Super Regionals as well before bowing out to Florida just short of reaching Omaha. They have not been to the College World Series since 2010. But they were knocking on the door back in 2024. Josh Pano leads off the fourth inning for Clemson. It takes a strike from Gabe Davis to start the bottom of the fourth.
Well, that last game in the Super Regional was intense. It was a great baseball game to watch. I mean, a lot of ebb and flows, emotions, different things going about it. And as you just mentioned, they had an opportunity. They were right there knocking on the door with an opportunity to go back to Omaha, where they hadn't been in a while. But I tell you what, it was a great college baseball game.
Oh, 0-2 to Pano, who walked against Davis in his first at-bat back in the second. It's Pano, Becerra, and Chufo for Clemson here in the fourth inning. Still to come later today, Arizona and Ole Miss, nightcap of Louisville and Texas.
Tell you what, I hear all those names and I get goosebumps on my arms just thinking about just how good this baseball is. And this is just opening day. You named off all those teams that are here in one place.
Grounded foul by Pano. Oklahoma State will play Louisville tomorrow, and they wrap things up against Texas on Sunday. Revisiting their longtime Big 12 rivalry, of course, the Longhorns now in the SEC. A swing and a miss and a strikeout for Davis, up to 6 in the day.
Well, he does a good job in a 2-2 count. We're going to get a chance to watch this breaker run away from his barrel. Gets over the top of it, runs down and away. 82-mile-an-hour slider right on the edge of that box, which is the outer edge or the edge of the plate. A great executed pitch.
Nobody on, one away for Becerra. Lines that to Brigham, and what a play at first for out number 2.
Well, I tell you what, this ball is smashed, and Brigham makes an unbelievable dive catch, kind of a half-fall dive catch, gets his glove up in time. That's got to look like about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball coming right at you, and he's able to get his glove right in the middle of it and catch it. I was going to say an easy out, but how about I just go with a quick out?
2 down of the inning. Bases cleared for Andrew Chufo. An infield base hitting is Davis back in the second. Clemson struck first on the RBI fielder's choice from Purify in the seconds. Cowboys with a huge 3-run, 2-out rally in the third. And then a solo homer from Donovan LaSalle at the top of this fourth inning. On top 4-1. That ball's fly to the air to right. Schubert near the line will make the catch. And that is the first 1-2-3 frame of the day for Gabe Davis. Retires Pano, Becerra, and Chufo in order. And 4 innings in the books at opening day. Oklahoma State on top of Clemson 4-1. You're watching the Shriners Children's College Showdown on Flow College.
We're here today to introduce Eli from Shriners Children's Greenville to the Clemson baseball team. Eli is the honorary team captain for Clemson University at the Shriners Children's College Showdown.
It's been great getting to hang out with the team. They've been very welcoming.
This is Eli, baby, and Eli's a Clemson Tiger. I think everybody was just, all right, Eli's on our team. Here we go. Let's go. You're going to do individual defense. You're going to take batting practice. You're a part of it.
My wife and I went to ultrasound. The doctor came in and shared with us there were going to be some differences. It's called PFFD. He was born without a femur. His short leg was exactly half the length of his long leg. My dad and I talked, a week later. He knew a little bit about Shriners. What we came to understand is that this is world-class care.
It's nice knowing, I have the best doctors, and I just go to Shriners knowing I can trust them with whatever they're going to do, whether it's surgery, giving me a new leg, or just an annual checkup.
Every time a leg's made, it's amazing that it's world-class care regardless of the family's ability to pay.
What an awesome kid. What an awesome experience for everyone.
Go Tigers!
And welcome back to Globe Life Field. Brant Freeman, Ty Harrington now joined by the honorary captain for the Clemson Tigers. Eli joins us now from Shriners Children's. Eli, how are you today?
Good.
How much have you enjoyed being around this Clemson Tiger baseball program?
I've enjoyed it very much because they've been very welcoming to me.
How much do you like playing baseball yourself?
Oh, I love it. It's so great.
Did you get a chance to play with Clemson?
No, I haven't yet.
You haven't yet?
I did the warm-ups with them this morning.
Uh-huh.
And I got to eat breakfast with them.
Oh, yeah. How was that for you?
That was nice, getting to know, because I got to know a couple of them.
I got to ask you, you went to home plate with the coaches, right, before the game?
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was a crazy experience. I was a little scared, because I didn't know what to expect.
Do you want to let us in on the secrets, what was told at home plate? Or they tell you, are you sworn to secrecy and you can't say anything?
It was basically just like the rules of if it hits the dome, if it's foul or not. Like if it's on the foul line, then it's foul. But if it's in play, then it counts.
What has your experience been like with Shriners, Eli?
It's been a great experience just getting to know the doctor. And like I said in the other interview, I can just trust them, whether it's a surgery, an annual checkup, or getting a new leg.
As we now go to the top of the fifth inning, Cowboys batting in this 4-1 game. Top of the order here for Oklahoma State. Braden Smith, a swing and a miss. Falls behind against Canuck, 0-1. Well, there is a new pitcher out there, I beg your pardon. Jacob McGovern pitching now for Clemson. So Canuck gives Clemson 4 innings, and now the Tigers to the bullpen for the first time. Swing and a miss. And that is a strikeout to start McGovern's outing for Clemson.
Tell you, we're going to get another look at this breaker. You see the depth of it. The left-left matchup for the first time for the Cowboys, and McGovern comes up with a 2-strike breaker. I'll tell you what, Brad, that ball had a lot of depth to it.
So, Eli, what do you think of the stadium? Clemson playing in a big league ballpark for the first time. What do you think of it?
Well, this stadium is pretty huge, and when they were doing batting practice, I saw a couple of them hit home runs, and I was like, wow, that's just crazy because of how big this field is.
That ball headed towards left field, and tracking it down is Dominic Listy. A sliding catch out of left, robbing Jones of a base hit for out number 2.
Well, it was number one, it's a great catch, but I'm watching the young man next to me as he makes that slide and catches. We're going to get another look at it right here. Eli, watch him go over here, go to his right leg and catch that ball as he's sliding and catches it, keeps his eye on it, gets his glove underneath it, makes a great catch. But I'm sitting here watching this young man fist bump it as he saw him make the catch right there. And I get the excitement he's got for his Clemson team.
Do you have a favorite player on this Clemson team, Eli?
No, not yet, because I haven't gotten really to know all of them yet. But I don't have a favorite yet.
I'm sure that'll come with some time. As Schubert bats here, had that 2-run double back in the third off of Canuck. But again, Jacob McGovern pitching now for Clemson. For the outing tie for Canuck, started off so well, 6 up, 6 down with 6 strikeouts, but then the Cowboys, second time through the order, started figuring things out.
Yeah, and it started with the 2-strike. You know, he took that pitch off the edge of the plate. That was a really tough 2-strike pitch to take. And, you know, Ortiz did, and then he gets the changeup, pulls it, you know, hits it out of the park, and then all of a sudden, you're right, second time through, they started recognizing his stuff a little bit better.
Full count to Schubert. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 5th inning. Aiden Miolo waits on deck for Oklahoma State. A swing and a miss, and Schubert down to first base to throw, gets away from Gaffney, and Schubert's going to reach.
Well, a lot of different ways to get to first base. Sometimes you'll take it one way, or you'll always take it anytime you can get there, but a strikeout, swing miss, ball goes back to the backstop. They were able to get to it. I didn't know that they would get to it in time to be able to throw him out. He had a chance, but it kind of got, I don't know if the first baseman got visually tangled up with the runner and wasn't able to see the ball, but wasn't able to come up with a throw.
Eli, what has been your favorite experience so far about this weekend?
Getting to hang out with the Clemson team, because on the way here I rode on the bus that they took, and I also liked today mostly because I also got to practice with them most of the time, except for batting.
You know the difference between Eli and myself, I would have said because I got to miss school, but I'm just saying it's a Friday. He's talking about the good stuff, and I was looking at, man, I would have been able to skip school today or something.
That's fouled away for strike 2. What other plans do you have for the rest of the weekend here, Eli?
Well, I'm going to be watching all their games, and I actually don't know what my plans are.
Well, watching college baseball, pretty good plan for me.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
How many college games have you been to prior to today? Have you been to any?
I think so. I think I've been to a couple.
Have you?
Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for McGovern. And that's it for the Cowboys in the top of the 5th. Eli, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your stay this weekend in Arlington.
All right, I will.
That again, the honorary captain for the Clemson Tigers, Eli, joining us. Oklahoma State on top, 4-1 here at Globe Life Field.
Today we had the opportunity to welcome in Sydney to meet our Oklahoma State Cowboy baseball team. Sydney is a patient who has received treatment at Shriners for scoliosis.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Sydney, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome.
I'm a sophomore here. I'm studying public health to be an occupational therapist. When I was 10, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, which is like the curvature of the spine. It was about 18 degrees at that point. And then I went to the doctor again, and 6 months later, it had gone to 32 degrees. Here in Oklahoma, really my only option was spinal fusion, which is where they completely fuse your spine. So that's when we looked at Shriners, and we found VBT. VBT stands for vertebral body tethering. It's the medical rope instead of rods that's placed against your spine. that's a little loose, so as you grow, it straightens and it straightens you out, but you're more flexible.
The fact that they can provide the level of care that they provide, regardless of your ability to pay, is a tremendous thing.
Getting to hear her story and getting play catch through is awesome. What Shriners does for kids all over the country, it's amazing.
They were the best, and it really was the most amazing care. Thank you, thank you. Oh, S.U. Cowboys, yeah!
Arlington, Texas, 4-1 Oklahoma State on top of opening day here for the Shriners Children's College Showdown. 6 remarkable kids have each teamed up with a participating university for the Shriners Children's College Showdown Team Fundraising Challenge. All weekend long, teams will compete to see which fan base can raise the most money in support of Shriners Children's. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit ShrinersShowdown.com to donate in honor of your favorite team today. Cowboys on top by 3 as we navigate to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming up for Clemson, Purify, Cantarella, and Gaffney. With Clemson trailing 4-1. Gabe Davis, 5th inning of work. First pitch. Purify pops it up and out of play. So the starter for Clemson, Aiden Kanaka, goes 4 innings. Strikes out 7. But gave up 4 earned runs. Second top to the order proved to be challenging for Kanak. Gave up a 3-run 3rd inning. Surrendered 2 homers in his start today for Clemson. 70 pitches thrown, and now done for the day. The 0-1 from Davis is high, a ball and a strike. Purify, the batter, drove in the Tigers' lone run back in the 2nd inning. That ball driven out towards left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit in front of LaSalle. Big turn from first for Purify into second with a double. A leadoff double for the Tigers in the 5th inning.
Watch a great piece of hitting right here. I mean, he pulls this ball down the line. If you're a young hitter, base runner, he sees that he's got a chance for a double. He never slowed down when he was going around first base. He knew in his mind he was going to second. An aggressive turn from first, easily back into second or into second base.
Drawing a heart there, kind of fitting here on Valentine's Day. Back to the top of the order to Cam Cantarella, who has struck out twice against Davis in this game.
The Tigers looking for a spark, and you get your 9-hole guy up and he comes up with a double to start the inning, and you need to answer back. It's a great start for them. It creates some obvious opportunities offensively, as you just mentioned, now swinging back to the top of the order.
3rd time through for Clemson. That ball lined to right to Thompson for the inning's first out. And Cantarella's 0 for 3.
Well, we've seen 2 of them from Clemson today. Line drives. One to the first baseman, now another line drive to the second baseman. It's a crazy game. Every once in a while, defenders get in the way of balls that are hit really well. That ball's 4 feet one way or another, Brent. It's not only a base hit, but a run scored as well.
Brings up Luke Gaffney, facing Davis for a 3rd time. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Doherty again. That's his 2nd time today, Brent. It's a in between the tough hop out in front of him that every once in a while they're that far out there, it gets away from the catcher, and he's been able to smother 2 of them with runners on second base that would allow him to get into 3rd base into scoring position.
Strike one of the breaking ball from Davis. The batter Gaffney getting a first-year transfer from Purdue. As you look at that really good-looking breaker from Davis.
Yeah, in a hitter's count and a 2-0 count.
Velocity still there for Davis. Last fastball out of the zone, but at 95 miles an hour. Gaffney set several Purdue freshman records last year as a Boilermaker. Good take there and draws a walk, his second of the day.
The Cowboys bullpen is moving and stirring. Pitch counts up just a little bit. And the fastball before that last pitch, that last was a 3-1 breaker. The fastball before that, he reached out there and pulled it. That's the first fastball that he really had a big miss with. We're going to see a visit from one of the all-time great pitching guys in college baseball, Coach Walton. I'm going to tell you what, that young man has known and seen and performed and created and worked with a lot of great pitchers in his time as a college baseball coach.
Now in his 13th season, working with Josh Holliday. An Oklahoma State Hall of Famer, Rob Walton, class of 2018, and a former Cowboys pitching great back in the 1980s.
You know, pitching great person on top of it as well. And he's done a great job for his alma mater.
And that's going to be it for Davis today as the Cowboys go to the bullpen. They're on top, 4-1, but Clemson threatening here at the bottom of the fifth.
Possibility. At Shriners Children's, we deliver healing to kids with critical burn injuries, like game-changing advances in regenerative medicine and creating the highest standard of care. We never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs, proving time and again what's possible by empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Possible Missions and their dedicated Amegy business banker work together to put the us in business banking by sharing the same values both in the office and out in the community. Now it's your turn with your own dedicated Amegy business banker with banking experience in your industry, because you're more than a customer. We're more than a bank, and together we'll help put your business on solid financial footing with comprehensive financing options, earned interest on your accounts, and yes, by being a true community partner. Here we collaborate. Here you grow.
The Shriners Children's College Showdown unites athletic excellence and the most amazing care anywhere. Shriners Children's is dedicated to improving the lives of children around the world. All care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay. To learn more, visit shrinerschildrens.org today. Gabe Davis, the starter for the Cowboys, goes 4 1/3. But now he's done for the day as Oklahoma State turns to Ethan Lund, making his college debut here this afternoon.
Well, in a big moment. I mean, every moment's big when when you got a lead and you're trying to hold on to it. Your first time out there. You know, it's going to be really good stuff. I mean, it's a plus fastball, plus curveball, a cutter on top of it as well. You're going to go with a left-left matchup. You got runners on first and second. Clemson trying to cut the lead down from the Cowboys.
Tristan McClatty, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Batting third of the order for Clemson here this afternoon. That's in there for a strike from Lund. So Davis again 4 1/3, strikes out 6. His pitch count got up to 90. It was on the verge of seeing the meat of the order a third time through, and so Josh Holliday makes a change. That's out of play, and the count 1-2 to McClatty.
Well, that's your ceiling this time of year, 80 to 90 pitches. That's going to be your ceiling first time out. Depends on how much work you did over the break, the Christmas break, how great a shape you show back up in. Your coaches all know what your ceiling is and where you can get to, and it's a great outing, that young man.
That is a base hit to left, and that's going to load the bases for Clemson.
Well, he gets a left-left matchup, and first time he's seen a left-handed pitcher today. He does. McClatty does a good job, elevated enough, sees it. Well, those left-handed hitters, Brant, when they see that ball elevated like this, open field ball out over the plate, they're going to drive that thing the other way. A great piece of hit.
Bases juice for Jacob Jarrell. Had a base hit his last time up back in the third. Purify at third base, Gaffney at second, McClatty at first. Still just one out in the inning. Ball 1 to Jarrell. Fouled off. Count evens the ball and a strike. The Tigers stuck in the one run that was scored back in the second a year ago. The Tigers, top 30 of the nation in scoring. 16 runs shy of 500 back in 2024. The 1-2. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes so far with runners on base. The Tigers just 2 for 9. They have left 4 on. Big RBI opportunity here for the heart of the order. Got him looking, strike 3. What a pitch from Lund. 2 outs here in the 5th.
What a big pitch. I mean, now he goes inside with a 94-mile-an-hour heater right and just locks him up on the inner half of the plate. Boy, that's tough on those right-handed hitters. They think that ball's going to stay in too far. They're looking, Brant, for something out over the plate or even away from him. And he's able to just drive that fastball underneath him for a strikeout.
Another left-on-left matchup as Listy steps up and takes a slider for ball 1. Ball didn't get too far away from Doherty, but the count now 2-0 to Listy.
Does a good job of just hanging with it. Ball above his. You see everybody slow down. I got it.
(3-0) to Listy, who again is making his Clemson debut today. First-year transfer from Indiana State. At his 3rd school in 3 years. Spent 3 seasons at Division III North Central College, 1 year as a Sycamore, now his first year at Clemson. Takes all the way and takes a strike.
The pitch he took before, the 2-0 pitch. was impressive. I thought that ball was borderline ball strike. He took it, wasn't what he was looking for. Got the count to 3-0. Now he's in an offensive count.
And draws a walk. Drives home the second run of the day for Clemson. And now the tying run moves to second base.
If you're chasing runs, you're looking for any way you can. Ooh, I'm telling you now, look at it right off the edge of the plate. There were times in Division I baseball, those pitches were called strikes, and it was off the plate. And he knew it immediately as a hitter. He's turned and started going to first base. He knew that ball was off the plate.
Brings up the 7th batter of the inning, Josh Pano. Purify scored the run for the Tigers. So now at third base is Gaffney. McClatty at second, Listy at first. With 2 outs here in the 5th. Swing and a miss on the fastball at 94. Big cut there from Pano.
That ball just got by him. It was just above him. Enough velo to get past him.
Another Tiger making his debut today. First-year transfer from Cal Baptist. 3 seasons playing for CBU. Hit 21 homers in his 3 years. Driving in 89. Got a hitter's count coming up at 3-1.
I'll tell you what, he's in an offensive count. As a hitter, it's one of those moments you want to come up big for your team, but you got to keep reminding yourself to hit a pitch that you can handle. Look for what you want to hit here, Brant. Not what the pitcher wants you to swing at. Something, an area that you want the ball to fall into.
Another walk, and another run scores for Clemson. Gaffney to the plate. It is a 1-run game with the tying run now 90 feet away.
Get another look at this. I mean, Brand, they're not huge misses, right? They're just, see you see him scoring a run, but just happens a little more up out of the strike zone than the 2 pitches before. They were a little bit closer for strikes, but weren't. They were balls. It's just a great job by the Clemson offensive approach to not chasing balls out of the strike zone, knowing what they want to get after and what they want to swing at.
The DH Buceta 0 for 2. Strike 1 from Lund. Breaking ball just missed low. Tigers with a couple of hits, 3 walks in the inning, 2 runs have scored. Foul tip strike, runs the count to 1-2.
I think Clemson's using their experience to score runs. That's not to chase. Swinging strikes, own the strike zone on the offensive side, just as you try to do on the pitching side. You can do the exact same thing on the offensive side.
Got him swinging to strand the bases loaded. That'll end the inning, but the Tigers scored twice and a couple of RBI walks. 2 strikeouts out of the pen for Ethan Lund, and the Cowboys are still clinging to the lead. On top after 5, 4-3.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
Woodcraft and their dedicated Amity business banker work together to put the us in business banking, creating a long-lasting relationship with open and quick communication. Now it's your turn with your own dedicated Amity business banker with banking experience in your industry, because you're more than a customer. We're more than a bank, and together we'll work to help put your business on solid financial footing with comprehensive financing options, earned interest on your accounts, and yes, the support you need to reach your business goals faster. Here we collaborate. Here you grow.
On top, 4-3 as we head to the top of the 6th inning and the top of the 3rd. Avery Ortiz, a solo homer with 2 outs against Aiden Canuck, got the Cowboys on the board. Later in the 3rd, a big 2-run double from Nolan Shooter drove home Braden Smith and Jason Jones to give the Cowboys the lead. Oklahoma State not done scoring yet, and in the top of the 4th inning, Donovan LaSalle, he went deep against Canuck. A homer to deep left, second homer of the day for the Cowboys. Their 4 runs this afternoon. On top, 4-3 ahead of the top of the 6th here in Arlington. Leadoff batter Colin Brigham, second inning of relief for McGovern. Canuck, the starter, went 4 innings for Clemson today. And McGovern, a good inning of relief back in the 5th, struck out 3. Clemson pitching 10 strikeouts today.
You knew this time of year, you know it's going to be a battle of your bullpens. And your starters go out and do what they can do to not only perform well, but get their pitch count up, but then it becomes a battle of the pens.
Got him looking. Another strikeout from McGovern, his 4th. Brigham strikes out for a 2nd time today.
And you got 2 lefties out there trying to get after it. I want to tell you what, you talking about dotting a fastball in the outer half of the plate. But almost like it was a surprise that he saw a fastball away from him, but you couldn't have placed it any better. Even if he does try to hit that ball, Brand, it's going to be hard to get the barrel to it.
Donovan LaSalle fights off the first pitch for strike 1. Saw the replay of his homer earlier in this inning. An absolute moonshot back in the 4th. Here he skies a pop-up into center, handled by Cantarella. 2 outs in the 6th.
I'll tell you, Cam Cantarella makes catching a baseball look effortless. That wasn't a tough catch, right? I mean, you're going to make 99 guys are supposed to make everyone 100 out of 100 on these, but it's like he's got a magnet in that glove, and it just looks so easy for him, floating and drifting around in center field.
Bases empty, 2 outs as Brock Thompson bats. Doubled his last time up. Right now, McGovern is throwing strikes.
Right at him. No, I mean, it's been fastball breaker, occasional change, but it's been more about his aggressiveness. Like, hey, here it is. Do what you can with it. He's not just sitting out there trying to pick on the corners or trying to trick you. It's here it is. Now that breaker's got a lot of depth to it too. That's helpful when you're trying to get people out. That breaker covers a lot of territory.
And that's a base hit to left. Second hit for Thompson. He's looking for 2 bases on his way to second, his second double of the day.
Well, I'd say just a tremendous job of hitting by Thompson. Fastball away, he's able to stay on it, drive it the other way, doesn't try to do anything special with it. At the end of this day, we're going to be able to add it up just how many two-strike hits this Cowboy team has had today, because it has made a difference for them so far and why they're ahead in this game by a run over Clemson. But again, another late count two-strike hit.
It is their 4th two-out hit of the day. Make it 5. That's down the line for another base hit for Doherty. That's going to score Thompson, and the Cowboys are on top by 2.
Well, Thompson goes the other way with a fastball to get to second base with a double before him. Doherty comes up. Looked to me like he caught an off-speed pitch, pulls it down the line. Yep, and I'm telling you what, as soon as it got past him, he puts his head down and he's going to second base as well, trying to get himself into scoring position.
So Thompson scores a run, another two-out run scoring for Oklahoma State. For the 5 runs have scored with 2 down as Avery Ortiz comes up. Got the offense going for the Cowboys today with a solo homer against Canuck. And if you recall as well, Ty, a lot of the two-out offenses come with 2 strikes as well.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's been 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Ground ball to short, Chufo over to first base to end the inning. Oklahoma State, more two-out offense in the 6th inning. Doherty drives home Thompson, and the Cowboys are on top by 2 over the Tigers as we head to the bottom of the 6th from Arlington. And welcome back to Arlington as we look at the ACC preseason poll. Virginia picked to win the conference this season, one of the top conferences in college baseball. Florida State, North Carolina all picked ahead of Clemson. Tigers picked to finish 4th here in 2025. After Clemson being picked 4th, and Duke and Wake Forest rounding out the top 6 in the preseason poll. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 2-run game. Bottom part of the order batting for the Tigers here against Ethan Lund, his 2nd inning of relief. Andrew Chufo, the leadoff man for the Tigers here in the 6th. Pitching line for the day done for Gabe Davis, the starter for the Cowboys. He went 4 1/3. Struck out 6, gave up 3 earned runs off 3 hits. Chufo on 3 pitches strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Lund in relief.
I'll tell you what, he just reaches back, just lets this thing go. And it's only 93, I say only 93, but gets it up above that mask, Brent. We're talking about that elevated fastball. You're aiming for the top of the catcher's mask. I mean, he just gets after that fastball, locates it, executes it for a big strikeout.
We talked about the ACC. We came back from break time, top to bottom, one of the best conferences in college baseball.
I mean, you saw the list. I mean, you start reading through there about how many are, you know, been to Omaha, how many are in regionals, super regionals, where they're ranked. I mean, and then the addition now, you know, of Stanford and I mean, you just count. I mean, schools that have been to Omaha multiple times as well. I mean, that's just, it's a tremendous baseball conference. Always, and always has been, to be honest with you.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lund here in the 6th inning. Going back to the 5th, he struck out 3 in a row.
Well, settles back down, gets his command, catches his breath in the dugout, right? Comes back out. Now he is letting this fastball just get busy. And it's 93, 94, but if I'll bet you that spin rate on it, it's getting on top of those hitters a little bit quicker than what it looks like it may be doing on TV.
Cantarella's 0 for 3 for Clemson, has struck out twice. Swing and a miss on a fastball at 94. Falls behind 0-1.
It's been nothing but fastballs. I don't know that we've seen a secondary this half inning, meaning a secondary pitch.
Another heater from Lund on a pitch that misses upstairs. Swing and a miss. Came back with a slider.
Looked like the first one. I mean, again, that's an 87-mile-an-hour slider. Does a tremendous job of attacking it as well, not tipping off anything in his arm action to let a hitter know he's throwing something secondary. Oh.
Got him right square in the back. So 2 strikes. Lund plunks Cantarella, who's on base for the first time.
Yeah, he tried to go back to the breaker, popped out of his hand early. We'll get another look at it. Pops out of his hands, a slider. As you mentioned, catches him in the back. One of those ones as a hitter, you don't like getting hit. But in a 2-strike count, once you realize you're going to get on base and get a chance to go down there, maybe steal a bag or score a run for your team, takes that pain away a little bit quicker.
All the talk of Oklahoma State's prowess with 2 outs. The Tigers scored a couple of 2-out runs of their own back in the 5th. Looking to replicate that here in the 6th inning as Gaffney, who has reached twice, takes a strike. Counts 0-1. Cantarella, really good speed. I mean, he can fly off of first base, and Lund trying to shorten that lead of his.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't think that you'll run when you're down. That's not true. You'll try to get in the scoring position. If you're a good runner and you're a qualified, positive runner for your coach, meaning he trusts you and wants you to let you know if he sees something, he's green lighted. He knows if he could get out of there, if he can't get out of there. And sometimes a left-handed pitcher can be easier to run on than a right-handed guy, because if you can pick up something in their move that allows you to get a better jump. Now, right then, he didn't. He regular leg brought his leg up, and it froze Cantarella just a little bit, where he didn't feel comfortable trying to get out of there.
That ball laced to left field and a base hit. Cantarella on his way to third. He's going to round third as that ball trickles into the corner. Cantarella scores. Gaffney drives him home. It's a 1-run game.
Well, talking about taking the pain of the way of getting hit in the back of with that slider, that just did right there with a double down the line. You were just talking about Cantarella and his speed. He was flying around these bases. He saw this ball was down, was going to get a chance to score, and he was absolutely flying around the bases.
So Gaffney with his first RBI as a Clemson Tiger. It's a double here in the 6th inning. Cantarella scores a run. And now the tying run in scoring position for Tristan McClatty. Left on left matchup. First pitch is in there for a strike. It is 0-1.
Well, Gaffney just showed a really flat swing. Got his hands above that ball, Brent. Got that barrel placed above it. I mean, backspin that ball, that line drive down the line. Did a tremendous job of getting above it and hitting that baseball for a double.
Fouled away by McClatty, who has a hit in this game off of Lund back in the 5th inning. But now down to the count, 1-2. On the ground towards short. Ortiz throw to first base in time. A bang play, and that'll end the inning. But the Tigers scratch across the run to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 1-run game once again. 5-4 Pokes at the end of 6 in Arlington. The ABG Bank College Baseball Series presented by Kubota's bringing the heat to Globe Life Field February 21st through the 23rd. Next week, 4 powerhouse programs. Arkansas, TCU, Michigan, and Kansas State are all set to battle it out in an epic early season clash. Don't miss your chance to see some of the nation's top teams go head-to-head in high-stakes matchups that will set the tone for the season. So here we are, opening weekend tie. 6 great teams, 4 tremendous programs in town again next week.
Again, I tell you what, they have filled this up for 3 straight weekends of some of the best baseball teams in college baseball, some of the most talented college baseball players. I mean, I've already spoken with a handful of coaches that have talked about Arkansas's pitching staff might be the best pitching staff in college baseball, and the depth that they had. Heck, I think it was Coach Holliday was the one that was talking about they played him in the fall. And so, look, it's a credit to the stadium, to Rev Sports, to Rangers, to Flow Sports, everybody to be able to put these kinds of teams for 3 straight weekends out here to open the season.
Braden Smith grounds out to first to start the top of the 7th. There is a new pitcher in for the Tigers, Nathan Dvorsky, the junior right-hander, in now for Clemson after the Tigers got 2 innings of relief from McGovern. Third pitcher used today by Clemson.
Didn't throw much for the Tigers last year. Now he finds himself in a 1-run game. And a really, I think, well, I don't know, people think I'm crazy when I say that, a well-played offensive game by both. I mean, both teams have, I think, had credible, great at-bats, long at-bats. Not chased a ton of pitches out of the strike zone for it being so early in the year, right? You haven't seen these guys. You don't know what their breakers look like other than on video, these pitchers. And so I think both teams, they've scored 9 runs so far in this game. And the way it started out, it didn't look like anybody was going to score for a little while.
The game started with Aiden Canuck striking out 6 of the first, or striking out the first 6 batters he faced. And then the Cowboys, second time through the order, got some offense going against Canuck in the third, a 3-run frame, including a homer hit by Avery Ortiz. Donovan LaSalle with a homer off Canuck in the fourth. Clemson with a run in the second, 2 in the fifth, and another in the sixth. Full count to Jason Jones with Nolan Schubert waiting on deck. On the ground to third. Nice pick by Pano. Long throw dug out by Gaffney. Great play by the corner infielders. 2 outs here in the 7th.
Yeah, that's a tremendous play. Slow roller, high hopper running away from him, meaning it's going away from his throwing arm. Down the line, throws on the run. You got to create enough angle throwing it back towards the infield, Brant, because your ball's going to move left to right on that throw with your momentum going towards home plate. Made that play like he's made it a lot of times in his life. Play short as well, as a matter of fact.
There's Nolan Schubert. He takes a breaking ball up for ball 1.
I think Pino I think he played short at Cal Baptist, if I'm not mistaken. And you start taking shortstops. That was the old, my college coach, Cliff Gustafson. He would take shortstops. He'd bring in about 5 or 6 shortstops and move them all over the field. Historically, they're going to be some of your better athletes and better baseball players. And I would bet you Clemson's got 3 of them out there playing in the infield for him right now.
Schubert hits into the shifts, and a 1-2-3-7 for Dvorsky. It is time to stretch in Arlington. No runs, no hits, no runners left. We head to the bottom of the 7th in a 1-run game. Oklahoma State 5, Clemson 4 here on Flow College. Seventh inning stretch is brought to you by M&G Bank as we welcome you back to Globe Life Field. 5-4 Oklahoma State on top as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. A 1-run lead for the Cowboys over the Tigers here in Arlington. Oklahoma State going back to the bullpen after some effective work from Ethan Lund. New pitcher into the game now for the Pokes. It's Noah Weck in now for Oklahoma State. Good turnout by the fans here the opening day of the Shriners Children's College Showdown. Game 1 of the day, game 2 on deck. Arizona and Ole Miss, the nightcap, Louisville and Texas. As Weck is ready to face batters 4, 5, and 6 for the Tigers here in the 7th.
Brant, what both coaches have done, and particularly early in the year you'll do this, and you don't know how many guys, what the opposing team's relief looks like, but both coaches have basically taken their lineups and gone right, left, right, left, right, left, alternating the right, left hitters. What I mean by that, not really stacking up like 3 left-handers in a row, and so it makes it, you know, the matchups. Doesn't mean a left-handed hitter can get in there and, you know, or a pitcher get in there and just face 3 straight, you know, left-handed hitters. You see a ground ball over to Ortiz for the first out on the first pitch of the inning.
Jacob Jarrell retired by Weck, 1 away in the 7th. Jarrell into the dugout so far today, 1 for 4 for Clemson. That'll bring up Dominic Listy. Productive day for Listy so far. Has reached twice, has scored and driven in a run. All without the courtesy of a hit. Wex 1-0 is in there for a strike. Another Cowboy pitcher making his college debut, Noah Weck. Fastball at 92 misses away. Freshman from Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Yeah, this young man's got a good-looking arm. That's a 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Just pull the string on an 86-mile-an-hour change. This is what you sign up for when you go to places like this. You think you know what you're getting into until you get in there, and it's exactly what this young man is doing today, getting his opportunity as a young pitcher for the Cowboys right in the middle of a great battle.
To left field, that's going to drop in for a base hit, and it got by LaSalle. That's going to reach the wall. Listy turning from second on his way to third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Well, LaSalle got he got a little bit in between, Brent. Am I going to stop, block it, which is what he'd love to have done looking back, but he was coming at it so hard. Do I make the catch? Do I pull up? And he pulled up last minute and wasn't able to square up to it, to chest it up and keep it in front of him like he's been taught, and he knows it.
So now the tying run to third as Josh Pano steps up for Clemson.
This is an offensive moment where, as a hitter, the infield's back in the middle, right? But you're looking for something elevated to drive to the outfield, get a base hit on, and as the count grows on you, then you might just try to hit a ball in the infield, right? To make sure you ensure you get the runner in. You know, maybe with 2 strikes, choke up a little bit, shorten up a little bit in the middle. But right now, still with 2 strikes to work with, you're looking for something up that you can get the barrel to and get to the outfield and/or get a good swing in for a base hit.
Off the plate, hitter's count coming up for Pano.
Man, what a good take, particularly with a runner in third base. You're trying to get him in, be anxious as a hitter. That's a great take right there. Now, you're right. You find yourself in an offensive count. Be curious to see now what Weck goes to.
Pano draws his third walk of the day. That puts a go-ahead run on base for Clemson. And it brings up Tristan Becerra.
Now the wheels start turning both ways now. Oklahoma State catcher Doherty steps out, tells what they're going to run first and third defense-wise. If you're Clemson, you've got a lot of different options offensively. Do you try to double steal? I think we're going to see a visit from Coach Walton. I think that's going to give their bullpen a chance, Brant, to kind of get going. Go out there, maybe slow this young man's heart rate down just a little bit as well.
There is a left-hander getting loose for the Cowboys in their pen. Weck, on the first pitch of the inning, was able to retire Jacob Jarrell. After that, a single and a two-base error. The walk to Pano, tying run at third base, go-ahead run at first.
They're going to make a move.
And they're going to go ahead and make that change. So that's it for Weck. Going to bring Drew Blake in for the bullpen for Oklahoma State. Big moment here. Cowboys clinging to a one-run lead, but Clemson threatening in the bottom of the seventh. 2 on and 1 out. And we're back after this. The third reliever of the day on the mound for Oklahoma State, Drew Blake, the left-hander for the Cowboys, getting loose. The junior for Oklahoma State, who came out of the bullpen 23 times a year ago, out of the pen for the first time here in 2025.
Well, they're playing a matchup, the left-left matchup with Drew Blake, left-handed hitting Becerra. And again, I mean, look, if you're Clemson, this is showing some faith in Becerra hitting this situation too. Early in the year, you'll see coaches, particularly in the DH position, when they make a change like that, you'll go to your right-handed hitter, right, to offset the left-handed pitcher. A lot of faith in him as a hitter, and a big moment for them right now with a tying run at third base, and a go-ahead at first base, and 1 out, and a good offensive opportunity.
Swing and a miss for strike one. Blake started him off with a slider.
Got him looking for a fastball and came back with that slider, as you mentioned, Brant. And got a big swing and miss to start the count.
Last foul. Another slider there from Blake. Foul away for strike 2. Becerra hitless with a strikeout today. And a healthy dose of breaking ball so far from Blake.
Yeah, thought he might at that chance that he may go elevate fastball, then come back or something fastball off the plate, and then come back to the slider.
Runner takes off for seconds as that pitch is fouled away by Becerra.
Well, what he did that time, it's a slider, but it's a slower slider. That's more of a breaker. The other sliders have been, 80-ish. Maybe above, pushing 83, 84. He comes back. That's a 77-mile-an-hour breaker. Maybe has slider rotation, but a little bit slower to try to get him out in front of it, to get him out in front. Really trying to get him out in front and miss it, and or hook the ball over to the first baseman for a ground ball.
The 1-2 came back with a changeup in tight.
Yeah, also went to a slide step. I think he thought possibly Clemson was going to try to possibly run, so he went to a slide step right there on that changeup, meaning that he didn't have a leg kick going to the plate. Just picked his foot up, went directly to the plate to throw.
That ball drilled to right but pulled foul. Clemson trying to battle back. At one point trailed 4-1. They've got the lead trimmed down to 1 here the 7th inning. Here at opening day. It's a foul ball, not in play. So trying to come from behind, and this was a resilient team a year ago. The Tigers, 25 come from behind wins a year ago. 8 of those wins came with Clemson trailing by 4 runs or more. The 2-2 had the plate but low, and Pano steals second without a throw.
Yeah, they were going to concede. He was late. He got a great job. Catcher's late getting to it, so they were going to concede the run and pump fake and go to third base and protect the run. Now Oklahoma State's got to bring their defense in with a tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second. They're going to try to see if they can cut the run off. Brent, since the 2nd inning, we have had a ton of foul balls. You're seeing 2 really good offensive teams against really good pitching, mind you, and just battle and battle with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. No, he got a piece, and Doherty couldn't hold on.
Just another foul ball to keep the at-bat alive. I tell you, and we've had our fair share of full counts today as well.
Blake's 3-2. Up the middle, and a diving play made by Ortiz. Throws to first base for the out. That saves another run from scoring, but we are now tied at 5.
Well, what an unreal play by Ortiz, first and foremost. This ball's hit hard enough it might get through right off the dirt. All out layout. Catches it first, gets to his feet. It's a perfect throw to first base. Run does score, but now how big was that stolen base? That would have been a double play. They were in a shift. But prior to the stolen base, that would have possibly been a double play.
And time is called here by Clemson. Andrew Chufo, the batter. The go-ahead run. Pano now at third. Boy, that air in the outfield looming really large right now.
Yeah. I mean, he just got caught in between, deciding whether he was going to run in there and catch it. And, you know, Brand, he 2 weeks from now, he's not, you know, the newness of the game, you know, and the intensity of playing another team maybe brought that competitiveness out in where he really wanted to come catch that ball, you know. And then he's got to pull up at the last second, wasn't able to keep it in front of him. But you're right, it looming large. I think, you know, the idea too, Clemson ran the base, they, you know, stole a base. Helped them as well, brought the infield in, got him a run in. Some great at-bats, long at-bats, fouling balls off.
Outside of Chufo. Fastball at 89 there from Blake. Go-ahead run for the Tigers, stands at third. And Blake has fallen behind, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, hitter's count right here. He's going to be looking for one spot, one area, one type of pitch that he wants to get a good swing at.
That rolls away. Here comes a go-ahead run. And Pano scores, and Clemson's on top.
Yeah, that ball just gets away. We're going to get another look at it from Darty. Has a reach back, pulls it across. He's got to reach back across. Just wasn't able to get his glove there in time, Brandt, to keep it, or to catch it and keep it in front of him.
So Clemson is soared back to take the lead. Once down 4-1, now on top 6-5 here in the 7th. Two runs have scored. The Tigers have only needed one hit to do that. This head out towards center field, and Braden Smith got turned around but tracks it down to end the inning. The Clemson is on top at the end of 7. 2 big runs score in the inning, and we go to the 8th. Clemson 6, Oklahoma State 5 here on opening day from Globe Life Field. Your college sports have a home on Flo College. Watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 100 schools and 12 different conferences only on Flo College. Head to FloCollege.com today to see everything now. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Clemson now on top 6-5. 2 big runs scoring for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher Lucas Malstead. In now for Clemson, the senior from Ormond Beach, Florida, takes over with a 1-run lead.
Well, you got to see a couple different angles arm-wise from him. And the other piece of this, he pitches to contact. Not a ton of strikeouts from a year ago, and in his, history, You're going to go back and look. I think it's 39 punch outs in 53 innings. So he's going to try to get ground ball outs with the arm action, let that fastball sink, slider it away to right-handed hitters, change-ups to the left-handed hitters.
Malstead will face Miola, Brigham, and LaSalle here in the road half of the 8th inning. So far in the game, 5 runs off 7 hits. An error for Oklahoma State, 6 runs, 6 hits. An error for Clemson. And to the plate, Aiden Miola, batting in the 4-hole today for the Cowboys. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Steps in to face off against Malstead. The 4th pitcher the Tigers have used today. Count a ball and a strike to Miola.
Well, you can see with arm action, like it low 3/4, starts out there outside the right-handed hitter's left shoulder, throws that slider, comes back across. That's 3 of them in a row that are 75, 77 mile an hour sliders, curveballs, however you want to call them. But that thing starts a long ways away from you, Brent, and then starts running back across. It's a little bit more of a challenge for the right-handed hitters.
Big swing and a miss on the slider by Miola. Count evens 2-2. Swing and a miss. On an elevated pitch, Miola strikes out for a 3rd time.
How about he goes 4 straight sliders, and then he comes back with a 90 mile an hour heater just above the barrel for a strikeout. I mean, just at the top of the strike zone at 90 after force feeding him 4 sliders.
1 away in the 8th as Brigham steps up, hitless. 0 for 3, first pitch swinging high, fly to right. McClatty short of the track, plenty of room, and now there's 2 outs.
A lot of hang time on that ball that was hit too. Ball hung up there a long time, but he's same thing. Another first pitch slider away from the left-handed hitter this time, trying to get him out front. Was successful at it.
Nobody on, 2 outs for Donovan LaSalle. Homered off of Canuck back in the 4th inning. Takes a first pitch slider for ball 1 from Malstead.
Yeah, those right-handed hitters, it looks like a frisbee coming in there, coming around the corner.
Since the RBI double by Doherty in the 6th inning, 6 Cowboys in a row have been retired. 2-1.
What you want is a strike thrower. Malstead's been able to go out there and throw strikes. There's that low arm action, just turns those fingers above the ball and creates a lot of that right there. Ground balls to those right-handed hitters.
And a great pick by Gaffney at first base. Pano to throw, Gaffney the pick, and the Cowboys are done batting in the 8th. Clemson with some solid infield defense in the 8th inning, and we go to the bottom of the frame. Tigers 6, Cowboys 5 here on opening day. Tigers end their offense so far today. 6 runs off 6 hits. Jaron Purify with an RBI fielder's choice. Back in the second inning, got Clemson on the board. You fast forward to the 6th inning, Luke Gaffney, an RBI double, driving in Cam Canarella, who scored all the way from first base with all of his speed. At the bottom of the 7th to take the lead, this RBI ground out from Tristan Becerra. Even with that great play by Ortiz's shortstop, it wasn't enough to prevent Clemson from taking the lead. And then a wild pitch scored Josh Pano at 6-5. Clemson on top as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Purify leads off the inning here for Clemson. He'll be followed by Canarella and Gaffney. Tigers looking for some insurance here in the 8th inning.
If you're Clemson, you'd love to obviously push an insurance run back across here in the 8th any way you can to give yourself just a little bit of a cushion to really dangerous 2-strike 2-out hitting Oklahoma State Cowboy team today.
Three and 1 at Purify, but a productive day for him, hitting in the 9th spot of the order. By the way, new pitcher for the Cowboys, Sean Youngerman, the junior out of Valencia, California. 5th pitcher the Cowboys have used today. Starter Gabe Davis went 4 1/3. Since then, Ethan Lund, Noah Weck, Drew Blake, and now Sean Youngerman. Swing and a miss. Youngerman strikes out Purify for the first out of the inning.
That goes to an elevated heater. Gets it just above his barrel. Ball running. Looks like it's running up, but it's not. It's staying on plane 4-seam rotation. Right at the top of it. Right above his barrel at 94.
To the top of the Tigers order to Canarella.
I tell you, I'm loving the work our crew's doing for Flow Sports, showing us that box when you get a chance to see the baseball and where it's going, the rotation of it. I tell you, for a guy who's a baseball nerd like I am, that is a lot of fun to be able to watch it and explain what's going on.
Canarella 0 for 3. Fouls out one away, but if you recall, back in the 6th inning, important at-bat for him. Fell behind 2 strikes, got hit by a pitch with 2 outs. Next batter, Luke Gaffney, drove him home.
Yeah, that, remember, it kind of hit him in the back shoulder and kind of winched him a little bit and drew a little bit of a pain look. And every once in a while with 2 strikes, you get hit with a pitch, you're happier to get on down the line.
Canarella strikes out for a 3rd time today. Back-to-back punch outs for Youngerman. 2 down here in the 8th.
It looked like he dotted another fastball in. Here we go with this unbelievable box. We're getting a chance to see just on the inside corner. Just inside that box, a little cutter, 87-mile-an-hour cutter. I think Canarella thought that ball was in. It might have been just a little bit.
Now with 2 outs, it's Luke Gaffney. Been a productive day for him. He's been on 3 times. The RBI double, driving in Canarella in the 6th. Couple of walks and a run scored. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1.
I'll tell you what, this young man swing a little while ago. You see his practice swing, he's doing it too. He's going straight down for a flat swing to get his hands above the baseball to create backspin when he does hit it and hit line drives.
Sky high pop up that drifts out of play.
The ball he pulled in the at-bat before, they scored the runs with the RBI, same way. He does an excellent job of getting above that ball to make sure that he can get the barrel down through his practice swings. Look at him, practicing going down over the top of the baseball. You young hitters out there, watch that. It's a great way to create some muscle motor memory for what you want your swing to do.
On, baby.
Fast forward to the top of the ninth. The Cowboys will have the bottom third of their order due up. Swing and a miss. So Youngerman out of the bullpen strikes out all 3 batters he faces. Cowboys coming to bat down to their final 3 outs, trailing Clemson 6-5 here in Flo College. We're back after this. And welcome back to Arlington. 6-5 Tigers on top, trying to hold on here in the 9th inning. First batter of the inning. Thompson grounds to third. Pano's throw is in time to Gaffney for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, we heard Coach Bakich talk about he would stay with Malstead in using multiple ways. I mean, he talked about whether he's going to close games, middle of games, electing to stay with him in the 9th inning. It's a leadoff ground ball. It just shows you so many different looks, not only the arm action, but the breakers running away to right-handers, breakers away coming back to the left-handed hitters, and then that one a fastball. He kind of jams him a little bit, doesn't allow him to get the head of the bat out. He's electing to stay with him for the first 9th inning of the 2025. I would argue maybe around the country, maybe this is the first 9th inning.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the first ones here at Flo College and us here at Globe Life. The 9th inning always gets the coach's attention and the players and the fans.
Pinch hitter up here for the Cowboys, Garrett Scholl, pinch hitting in place of Ian Doherty. So far, Malstead is retired. All 4 batters he has faced. Scholl, a freshman, making his debut at the plate, a career .430 hitter in high school with 27 homers. A lefty stick here for Coach Josh Holliday. Ground ball to third. Pano smothers it, throws to first base for the outs. 2 down here in the 9th.
Get out of here. I'm going to tell you what, that is such an unreal play to a third baseman off a left-hander's bat. You see it late because it's late back in his barrel. He's showing off his defensive skills as an old shortstop. Dives to his left, gets to his feet. Watch this right here. Gets to his feet, makes an accurate throw. Right on the money for the second out in the 9th inning.
And now the Cowboys down to their final out. Avery Ortiz, first pitch. He takes a strike on the breaking ball, 0-1. One of the underrated storylines in this game has been the play of Pano at third base. He has been phenomenal so far at third. And just like that, the Cowboys are down to their final strike.
Yeah, and he's a shortstop by trade, right? I mean, now they moved him over to third. That's not just something you take for granted. Move somebody to third and it just become accomplished. And he has played at a high level.
If Ortiz can reach, Braden Smith is on deck. Their look at Pano. He's been responsible for several outs here late in the game.
Well, people take it for granted you're going to move a guy over. But he comes from a baseball family, too. Dad runs a really successful select team out of the West Coast. I mean, you know, baseball's in that family, and but it's not easy to move over there and just start playing a different position.
Swing and a miss, strikes him out. Malstead ends the game, retires all 6 batters he faces, and the Clemson Tigers hold on for an opening day victory.
Well, I tell you what, it was a game of 2 strike and 2 out hitting on both sides is what ends up probably separating the game. A tremendous start, obviously, to college baseball. 2 really competitive teams. Oklahoma State doing some tremendous 2-strike hitting, creating a lead for themselves, but Clemson showing what their coach was talking about. And he said, we feel like we're a top 8 team and we're going to have a chance to play for a national championship. They showed their abilities and their pedigree today.
How about the job by the bullpen today from Clemson as well?
Yeah. Unreal. I mean, again, and, you know, Canuck was good, I thought, right? And then they got to him a little bit in the second, maybe a third inning. But yes, Brent, great point. Their bullpen was good. They mixed and matched, showed them different looks with a left-handed look, and McGovern, and then they come back with Malstead, every bit what they said he was going to be, a contact pitcher, command to both sides, not afraid of the moment. That young man did nothing but step out there and throw a bunch of strikes to help his team go win a baseball game.
Yeah, you look at the bullpen here for Clemson today after Canucks start. It was 5 innings of 1-run baseball, just 2 hits, given up 6 strikeouts, no walks. Started by Clemson's bullpen today. And again, a resilient approach at the plate as well. Down 4-1, found a way to claw back and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows to me their belief. You kept talking about it early in the game. You know, well documented about how many times they've come back. They've got a belief in it. It's part of who they are. It's part of who they think they are. I mean, you get a team that believes in that, and they've got the ability, Brent, to back it up and make comebacks against a quality pitching staff that Oklahoma State ran out there. Look out. A team that their coach believes it, their players believe it, and they showed it today.
Still have 2 great games on tap for today. Coming up next, it'll be Arizona against Ole Miss. The nightcap, Louisville and Texas. Here today as well from Globe Life Field. Clemson holds on for an opening day victory, 6-5 over Oklahoma State. As the Tigers start the 2025 season 1-0, the Cowboys will look to bounce back tomorrow when they take on Louisville at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Canuck, the starting pitcher, goes 4 innings, strikes out 7, including the first 6 batters he faced. Earns a no decision today. Gabe Davis, the starter for Oklahoma State, goes 4 1/3. As now we'll go down to Leanza Peroni, joined by our player of the game, Clemson's Luke Gaffney. Leanza.
Luke, a top 25 win on opening day. What does a win like this, where you really had to battle all the way through, do for the momentum of this team in this season?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just says a lot about our team. You know, we're just a bunch of fighters, and that's what we're going to do all season. And, you know, it's the first of many for this team, so it's exciting.
Clemson was down 4-1 until the bottom of the 5th. What was the conversation in the dugout to come back and win this?
Yeah, it was just stay consistent. I mean, we were down like that in the 3rd inning. We're a third of the way through the game, you know. We played 9 innings for a reason, so stay consistent and keep doing what we're doing, putting good ABs together.
Clemson made Eli an official member of Team 128 today. What does it mean to be here, playing for something bigger than baseball, playing for Eli and the kids at Shriners Children's this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it gives tons of perspective, you know. Those guys out there, they love baseball, they love supporting us, and we just love supporting them as well. And being able to get to do that for them, you know, it's amazing. So,
congratulations, great win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, Leanza, thank you very much. Again, down to the field with Luke Gaffney. Ty, again, what a great way to open up college baseball in 2025.
A great game. You know, defensively played good for the, I thought pitched well, relieved well, big hits, 2-out hits, 2-strike hits. There was a lot that took place in the first game of the year in college baseball in 2025. A great game, a one-run game. Showed a little comeback, showed a little heart, showed a lot of everything today. It was a lot of fun to get this tournament started.
Wraps up our first game of the day. On deck, 21st ranked Arizona against Ole Miss is coming up next here at Flow College. Until then, for Ty Harrington, I'm Brain Freeman. Thanks for watching college baseball from the Shriners Children's College Showdown in Arlington.